Hi everyone, welcome to Paint with Kate. We are going to paint a beautiful sunset. All right, make sure you have all your supplies. So we have our canvas. It's not necessary, but I like to do a tape around the border just so when it's done it has a nice frame with clean lines. And we have our paints and our paintbrushes and our paint palette or plate. I like to have a few extra napkins and a cup of water to help get some of the paint off the brushes. So as you can see, we don't have all the colors that we possibly need. So I went ahead and made some colors that we might think are in a sunset, like pinks and oranges and purples. So to get these colors, so pink is red and white, orange is red and yellow, and purple is blue and red, but I added some white in it too because it was a little too dark. So we're gonna just use those colors a little later. I also have a ruler and a pencil. Again, not necessary, but I like to frame out, kind of do a rough sketch of what I think my painting's gonna look like. So the canvas is 16 by 20, but with the tape border, I'd like to find the center of the canvas. And I'm usually good about eyeing it, but for demonstration, I'm gonna rule it out. So I'm gonna say here and here. So again, just a quick rough sketch. Just so you can have like a little guidelines to go through. See, this line's a little too dark for my liking, so I'm gonna just erase it. It doesn't go away completely, but it's light enough where I can see where I need to work, but still not gonna get in the way of the painting itself. So the center is right here, and what we're gonna be working is the rule of thirds. So we're gonna have the foreground, the midground, and the background. And the background we're gonna have as our sunset. The midground we're gonna have as our ocean, and the foreground is we're gonna have our beach. So again, just kind of know where the 2/3 are. So all right. Yep. So we have, again, I'll do light lines. So we'll kind of have something to work with. And again, these are just guidelines. They're not like set in stone. If you don't have a ruler at home, like something flat would work. And just kind of get a basic idea. So like this is the center, and then this is background, midground, and foreground. So I'm gonna start with, and I also like to move the canvas to work with myself. So some people can work like this and go do, but I like to move it around. So I apologize. I'm gonna do like a semicircle here. And that's gonna be your sun. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you get the idea. It's in the center. It's the sun. It's on the top of our background. So we're gonna fan it out, the colors. So like our yellows, our reds, our oranges, our pinks, our purples, our blues are gonna be this way. Here we're gonna focus more on a pretty blue and with some white, and then a couple of the colors reflecting from the sun into the ocean. And then on our beach, we're gonna have a nice sandy beach, which I have to figure out what color I want to do for that because I haven't made it yet. And then some pretty little beach flowers. So, all right, let's get started. All right, I also was using the paintbrushes earlier to mix the paint. So, oops. There we go. Like it never happened. So, just gonna rinse our brushes off. All right. I'm gonna leave this one in for a little bit longer because it's still kind of stained. Same with this one. I just put them in. So I'm gonna use yellow for our big yellow sun. So I do have my paints over there if I need them, but I already took out a bunch of paint here, so I might as well not waste it. I'm gonna put it back over here. Okay, here we go. Very nice. Big yellow sun. And as you can see the pencil lines better with the paint on it, but they'll go away as we build on the painting with the paint. So we're just gonna fan it out. Fan it out. You know, sun has those sun rays and those big bright light. You know. You know, simple, have fun. You know, and another thing with the tape is you can like make the lines you want with like a flick of your wrist like this, and don't have to worry about it going too far because of the tape. You'll get like a nice line. Okay, so when working with acrylics, you can build on them and you can blend them. But you gotta be careful because if you do it too much, then it gets muddy and gross. Like my first attempt. This is what happens when you rush. You know, it started off with a yellow sun, and I started doing red, and then the blue and the black for the sky, but then it just got too muddy, so I tried to like put some white in there, and it just became dark and gloomy. So we're gonna try this again. So now for our happy sun. Sun, and we're gonna take some orange and kind of go in with the orange. And notice I didn't change my brush completely for this because I wanted to have it blend a little bit more with the yellow. And then again, nice, easy, simple strokes. It kind of looks like, starting to look like a sunflower, which makes sense because sunflowers are big, giant suns, plants. So you don't want to rush, you don't want to blend too much, and you don't want to, and if you want to go and back and rework something, then you really want to make sure the paint is dry before you go back and work that area. So yeah, nice clean strokes, bright yellow sun. All right, I'm gonna add some pretty pink. Again, I'm not really changing my brush because I want the colors to kind of blend together. And nice, simple, easy strokes. I really do like it with the pink in there. It makes it a little brighter and fun. Now we're gonna add some red, you know, nice. I'm gonna kind of put the red more towards the outer side of it because I don't want it to get too muddy. And also I want it to have like a gradient effect where like it lighter and then gets darker. And then every once in a while, throw it kind of a little deeper into the other colors so it blends a little bit. Yeah, very nice. I don't use a lot of paint. Sometimes I do, but I like to have more control over it because you can always add more paint. You can't always take it away. So I kind of like the drier, feathery look of not as much paint. See, I didn't really stick to the outer layer right here, but it's okay, it still works. Maybe I'll add some more pink, some more red. You know what? I think we're good on the red. Again, nice warm colors. I'm gonna probably do a little more yellow. Kind of blend the colors a little bit better, but you want it to blend with the yellow for the light. I'm definitely gonna add some more pink because I like the pink. I'm not usually a pink person, but I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty with this. And then see, I didn't really want to go that far into the circle with that other color, but that's okay. It happens. Oh, very nice. Giant ball of fire in the sky. That's what stars are, right? Oh. You know, kind of want to swirl these colors in together. Big swirly sun. Yeah. Just just kind of like blend the lines a little bit closer together, I guess. You don't want it too rough. But, you know. Ah, very nice. All right. I think I need more pink. I do like the pink. Okay, but the pink's kind of dry, so I'm gonna add more white. And just a little red. Get that pretty pink color. Okay, white, red, pink. All right. Because, you know, we always like seeing the pretty pink sky. And we got the other pretty colors too, but All right, then we got our reds, our oranges, our yellows, our pinks. Maybe I'll do some pink in here. So it's a little dry. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm not sure really how it's gonna work, but because I know with like watercolors, water helps with the blending process. And that, I'm not really an acrylic person. I'd rather work with like oils or watercolors. I feel like they're more malleable, but you know, every once in a while, acrylic's pretty cool. So yeah, look at that. I'm just blending it with the water. Much better. Okay. So now it's time for the purple. I don't want a lot of purple because I don't want it to get muddy, but I want a little bit, so I'm going to use a smaller brush. I'm actually going to dip it in water. And this I'm definitely going to keep on the outer edge because, you know, it's starting to become nighttime. Okay, so we're gonna do some blue, red, and some white. And try to make a purple. All right, and now we got some wetness. There we go. Yeah, it's like a nice dark sky. The background. Again, probably not the best brush to be using, but so I am gonna use this one, kind of blend out this area. See, this is where I worry about getting it too muddy. But, you know, gotta have the dark and the light. That's how the sky works. So it goes off into the darkness. I'm gonna try something, because it's always good to just use the tools that you have. I really like that color purple more so than I like the darker purple. So I'm gonna try to blend in that way a little bit better. Get this kind of wet. There we go. It's not as dark. Now I can do more reds and pinks and kind of make it work a little bit better. Yeah. I'm trying to do my best not to get paint all over me because I still have to work today, but it's okay. A little paint never killed anybody, right? Yeah, some deep red going in on there. Yeah. There we go. So, one of my favorite phrases as an artist is having artistic freedom. But my art teacher, when I was younger, she always told me you need to know the rules before you can break them. So that's why we spend a lot of time learning the fundamentals and the color wheel and about lines and but yeah, other than that, just kind of have fun with what you do. All right, I'm gonna blend with water again, but I'm gonna be very strategic on how I do it for this one because I don't want okay. Because I don't really want it getting muddy. There we go. Oh, this is coming out really pretty. I really like this. Again, just kind of play with your colors and do what you think works best for your painting. Again, oh, this is so pretty. I'm really loving this. Like that colors, I mean, the lines could be a little better, I'm sure. You know, we all know. I actually haven't painted in years, so I used to paint all the time, but I haven't really been doing it lately. So this is kind of nice little break for me to try to get back into my roots. Look at that flow of color. It's just mesmerizing. I love it. So pretty. That's what I wanted to do. This is what happens when you take your time with painting. You don't rush like my first attempt, because it gets muddy and you don't really want it to get muddy. So wait until it dries a little bit, do a little more yellow. And I might just do a little more yellow. I don't know, I haven't decided. All right, looking good. All right, and we're back. I just took a little break to let it all dry. So now we're gonna do our water. I use blue. I already have some on our palette over here. This is kind of easy. Just, you know, make it blue. I really love this color blue that we have here. And I wanted the picture to dry. So that when I did like the horizon and got the water up close to the sun, it wouldn't like make green and it wouldn't blend too much, because yellow and blue make green. So yeah, we have this whole little area to paint. It looks very peaceful right now. I really like the white in there too. I might leave some of it. I don't know. I don't know if it goes with the rest of the picture though. And water's fluid, so just kind of go back and forth with your paintbrush. Long strokes, not short ones. See? Kind of just fill in the blue, water, make it dark where you want it dark, light where you want it light. I was thinking I might put water over it too. And then later we can put like details in, like the color from the sunset in. So here. I'm gonna use a little water. Give it a little more dimension. Make it a little more flowy and watery. Ugh, this is just such a pretty blue. I just love it. Goes back and forth. And then the whites. We're gonna add some white to it a little later for like the ripples. But you know, just back and forth. Nice and simple. Yeah. Make the purple color again. Kind of go in with that a little bit because it goes nicely with the water and it helps with bringing the colors together and making it more appealing. I kind of want to make that, you know, have still some light spots. I kind of want like it lighter here and more darker on the sides, as you can kind of see. There we go. Just adding that little purple just gave it a little more dimension. All right, I'm gonna let that dry a little. So now I gotta figure out what I'm doing for the sand. I really have no idea. We like white sandy beaches, so, but it's more like a beigey color. So I'm gonna do a lot of white. I'm gonna put it right over the pink because it's all dried up. And I'm gonna take some yellow. Kind of make it, I guess, a lighter yellow. Yeah, that'll look good. It's kind of like a sandy color. Maybe I'll add a little yellow. Hope it looks good. I'm sure it will. This painting's coming out very nicely. It just has a little blue on it, which I'm not a big fan of. So I'm just gonna take it off. All right. We're gonna be generous with our sand. Actually, a little blue's not too bad because then it kind of gives it a little depth. Like the lighter parts are definitely more yellowy and cream, and then the darker parts are a little blue. So it kind of gives it a little dimension, which is kind of nice. See, little blue. When you get down to the without the paint, and then more yellow. See, I really want this to be dry before I connect the two. Just like I wanted this to be dry before I put this in. And eventually, like right now, it looks like this, this, and this. But like once we add some of these colors into here, we do like a scenery here, it'll bring it all together. I guess I'll make this a little yellower. Because you know when you go to the beach, you got like seaweed and rocks, and it's not just sand. There's other colors out there. This is kind of smooth like the water, but sand's a little coarse. So maybe I'll add some texture to it. A little bit. Maybe I'll try smudging it like we did the ones up here with this color and taking a bunch of the purple out and making it lighter. I feel like that was a good call. All right, getting close to the edge, so I'm getting a little greener. I mean, ocean water's kind of green, right? And we'll put some white here for the, and a little bit. You know, I'm one of those bad artists that like just uses the same brush for everything. As you can see, I haven't even touched like 4 of the brushes over here. I mean, I will later when we get into like details, but I like using bigger brushes. Whew. Sorry, the bigger brushes for more larger scale. And I do like using the same brush because I like getting the different color textures in things like this, like the sand. But some people like to just wash their brushes, and different brushes give you different techniques too. So I kind of wish I had a fan brush because that might be kind of cool to do like some grassy kind of stuff here, but it's okay. All right, so this and this needs to dry before we can really do the details. So I'm gonna turn it off, and we'll come back to it when it's dry. Now that the canvas is now dry, we can add our fun little details. So I'll take some black and green. And red and yellow. So I'm going to use one of these brushes that I haven't used yet. Put some yellow in, kind of like in here. And kind of make it like where this is, so like kind of like a semicircle, because it's like reflecting in the water. You can do a little bit out too, just very gently, little strokes. Gonna add some red. Gonna make more of an orangey color, I think, because the red's a little harsh. So but you know what, it might not be too harsh on the blue. A little bit, but that's okay. I'll try making some purple. Oh, we already added some, but that one kind of blended. And see, like, that's super dark, so I'm gonna try take a little white, make it all nice and light. Pretty purple. Oops. No, that kind of looks gray. Like, it's kind of weird. I kind of don't like it. I was kind of doing the reflections in the water, but I probably should have just, like, kept it blue because I like the blue better. So maybe that's what I'll do. I'm gonna rinse off this brush again. All right. Let's try going blue over it. So it gives it some solace of color, I guess, in the water, but it's not as harsh. I'm gonna try and then everything's always lighter when it dries too. So I'm gonna do some wetting of the paint in here, because I know even though this is acrylics, I use a lot of water. It's not watercolor, but you know, I like water, especially when you're doing water. Like, it's yeah, that actually looks a lot better. It's a little on the dark side, but like I said, everything kind of lightens up when it dries. Maybe I'll add a little white to it too. Like right here. Not like keep it white, but like blend it in to make like a lighter blue. And then it's so pretty. Just love it. Gorgeous. I know, I need to stop touching it. I'm gonna like ruin this painting. Just kidding, it looks amazing. All right. Once the water's dried a little bit, we're gonna do like some actual like white for the ocean. But take another skinny little brush and dip it in the black. I'm gonna make little birdies. All right, birdies are so simple, okay? It's like doing a W kind of. So whoop, and whoop, right here. And I'm doing it here because I don't really like how this looks right here, so I'm just gonna cover it up. And you can't just have one birdie, you gotta have like 2 birdies. So I guess it's more like a V than a W, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so the little birdies. And then I'll do some shrubbery here. I guess not shrubbery, more like grass, like tall grass. I was debating on doing like a palm tree and having it like a, what do you call it? Like a warmer climate beach. But here in New England, we don't really have palm trees, so I did more of a northern kind of so I kind of like to do things in threes. I like to have like odd numbers. So you didn't do it with the birds because I have no idea. Maybe, oh, because they love birds. So there needs to be two of them. I don't know. I just made that up. But, not yet, like, it's not balanced, but it's like, meh. Oh. Maybe I'll just do it along the front so it's like you're looking through the tall grass. Like I said, I kind of wish I had like a fan brush, you know, because it would make this like grassy effect look really nice. But this isn't bad. I just gotta make it look like it all belongs. And honestly, you can do whatever your little heart desires to do when it comes to a painting like this, because it's like, you know, there's so many possibilities, like doing a beach chair or kids playing on the beach or a palm tree like we talked about, or I'm kind of like do this down here so we kind of have like a nice little line of the green. Just right by the tape. I'm like kind of wondering how it's gonna look. Yeah, and you don't even, or you put rocks or no grass and just leave the beach, like just leave the sand. Like I said, it's kind of like up to you and what your little artistic heart wants, because you're the artist, you know, it's your canvas. I'm just kind of giving some ideas and tools, but you know, go have fun. Like whenever I go to those like paint and sip places, my friends hate going with me, but no, that's my pictures never look like what they're trying to teach us, because I kind of just go with the flow and do my own thing. Shocker, I know. All right, so that's done. It's a little tacky, but I think we can get away with doing the white. And then I think we're getting close to being done, so yeah. Again, just little short strokes. And just keep going and getting more paint for this, because you really want it to be like bright white and not not really blend in with the water. Just kind of give you a little idea. You want it to blend in the blue. You want it to have the nice white to pop out. And so this part's going to be fun. You're going to take the white. You're going to go like this. Because you know how the water like crashes into the into shore, and you get that like all that foam. That's kind of like the part I like to do, because it's just like woo. And it kind of covers up that green. This one you can have it blend a little bit, because it's like, you know, it's water. Some of it looks probably like brown and icky too, but we're not gonna do that because it looks icky. So. All right, I think it looks gorgeous. So last thing that every artist needs to do is sign their painting. Kind of wet there, oh well. So, I usually sign mine with a KT, like Katie. And then the year. But I don't think I'll have the space for the year. So, I'll put it on the back. KT. Okay, nicely in the corner. And now for the big reveal, the untaping of the canvas. Oh no, it ripped. Hold on. Come on. All right. Dun dun dun. All right. So that bled through a little bit. Oh well. You win some, you lose some, right? I know, this probably looks awful on film. Just trying to get the pieces. Okay. This one hopefully came out nice. Dun, dun, dun. Of course. It's that lovely color right there. But that's okay, because like if you want to get it matted or if you want to go back with like white and cover it up, you can do that too. But I bet some of you didn't even put tape on, and that's fine. I just usually like tape. You know, I'm getting a little disappointed with the tape pulling. But that's okay. It is what it is, right guys? All right. That was way more satisfying, except I almost dumped the water all over the floor. Oopsie. All right, so I think this came out a lot better than my original that I did earlier, because I kind of rushed through it and didn't wait for the paint to dry, and it got all muddy, and then Edna and Chris were making fun of me. So here's what the mud looked like, and now here's this one. So I think this came out a lot better, and thank you, and I hope you had fun.